They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A big play to start them out. Has them at the 45 already. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
2nd and 4.
Up the middle, Jones. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Jets. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. With it is Brown. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And the Jets will take over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now it's Herbert. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. He's got a man. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
But he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Herbert. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Jukes by again. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Oh, look at this play call. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Play action. It's Herbert.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words every time we hear that. things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Off the option, it's Jones. The tackle made by Zion McCollum.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Again, Herbert. He finds Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll set up to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. Back to throw now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On the delay, Jones.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 8. On the right side, open is Gesicki. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Herbert on first down now.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Wilson's got it on the crossing route.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Going right back to Wilson. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
24-yard gain on the play. First down.
Herbert throwing again.
Got a man here. It's Wilson. Touchdown.
Garrett Wilson
on his way to... They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now back to throw. Open. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached...
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Taken at the goal line. But once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way we could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Herbert.
And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Now Herbert following the turnover.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Herbert now. Looking left side, and it's complete.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
To the air again, Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Dolphins are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Off the option, it's Jones.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Herbert off of play action. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his first. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
An inside give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching me back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. Making quite a splash. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They're going to look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Dolphins. Now Hall to start the drive. Gets around him. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. throw now on first down.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. 2nd and 5. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He juked him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
He's got Ayuk once again.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And
they'll start on the ground. Hall.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Second and 4. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Back to throw here. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their time.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Dolphins come up with a late turnover, but it will